Good morning, students. I hope you all understood the second part of Geography Lesson 2, that is Climate and Natural Vegetation of India. Before entering into the lesson, please note down all the points which is presented in this video. Then only you can revise and understand the continuity of the lesson. In last classes, we discussed about factors controlling the climate of India. In that topic, we saw about latitude, altitude, distance from the sea, monsoon wind, relief, and jet streams. Next, we saw about the characteristics of different seasons in India. In that topic, we saw in detail about monsoon. The word monsoon has been derived from the Arabic word mausim, which means season. It is originally used by Arab navigators to describe a system of seasonal reversal of winds along the shores of the Indian Ocean, especially over the Arabian Sea. It blows from southwest to northeast during summer. During winter, it blows from northeast to southwest direction. According to dynamic concept, monsoon wind originates due to the seasonal migration of planetary winds and pressure belts following the position of the sun. During summer, sun rays fall vertically over the Tropic of Cancer. So all the pressures and wind belts shift northwards. At this time, ITCZ moves northwards. Indian landmass comes under the influence of southeast trade wind. So we saw about ITCZ also. What is ITCZ means? When the sun reaches equator, the northeast and southeast trade wind converge in that place. So this zone is called intertropical convergence zone, which is called ITCZ. On the same time, during winter, the pressure and wind belts shift southward, thereby establishing the northeast monsoon, that is trade wind over this region. Next, different seasons in India. There are 4 seasons. First one is winter or cold weather season, pre-monsoon or summer or hot weather season, southwest monsoon or rainy season, northeast monsoon or post-monsoon season. During winter season, the vertical rays of the sun falls over Tropic of Capricorn, which is far away from India. Hence, India receives the slanting sun rays, which results in low temperature. So, for this purpose, jet stream plays an important role to cause rainfall. Next is summer season. During summer season, the vertical rays of the sun falls over the peninsular India. Hence, there is a steady increase in temperature from south to north. Because of the some atmospheric pressure conditions, there is few thunder showers will form, that is called mango showers, which helps in quick ripening of mangoes along the coast of Kerala and Karnataka. Next important monsoon is southwest monsoon, which brings rainfall to our country. It is influenced by global phenomenon El Nino effect. It is divided into 2 branches. One is Arabian Sea branch and another one is Bay of Bengal branch. The next season is northeast monsoon. The wind returns from Indian landmass and blows towards Bay of Bengal. It is called northeast monsoon. So next we saw about distribution of rainfall. The average annual rainfall of India is 118 centimeter. So these are the areas which receives heavy rainfall, that is more than 200 centimeter. Next we saw about areas which receives low rainfall, that is less than 100 centimeter. Okay, let's start our today's portion. Today we are going to discuss about natural vegetation of India and also wildlife in India. So what is natural vegetation means? It refers to a plant community unaffected by man either directly or indirectly, like forest. So the plant community which is unaffected by man either directly or indirectly, that is called natural vegetation. It includes all plant life forms such as trees, herbs, etc. Climate, soil, and landform characteristics are the important environmental controls of natural vegetation. So, based on climate, soil, and landform, natural vegetation of India is divided into tropical evergreen forest, tropical deciduous forest, tropical dry forest, mountain or mountain forest, alpine forest, tidal forest, coastal forest, and riverine forest. Okay, let's see one by one. First, tropical evergreen forest. Tropical evergreen forests are found in areas with 200 centimeter or more annual rainfall. So the annual temperature is about more than 22 degrees Celsius and average annual humidity exceeds 70% in this region. The regions where the tropical evergreen forest present means it is Western Ghats in Maharashtra, Karnataka, Kerala, Assam, West Bengal, Nagaland, and also Tripura, Mizoram, Manipur, and Meghalaya. These states have this type of forest. The important trees which is present in this forest means rubber, mahogany, ebony, rosewood, coconut, bamboo, ironwood, cedar, etc. First, know why it is called tropical evergreen forest. Tropical means tropical region. So already we discussed in your previous classes, Tropic of Cancer divides our country into two halves. So based on that concept, tropical region. So these forests present in the tropical region. So next word is evergreen. Evergreen means green leaves throughout the year. So because of this region, this forest is known as tropical evergreen forest. In India, it is found in western slope of Western Ghats, hills of the northeastern region and the Andaman and Nicobar Islands. With a mean annual temperature of 22 degrees Celsius and annual rainfall of over 200 centimeter. Tropical evergreen forests are found in warm and humid areas. Because tropical region is warm and humid region, because throughout the year tropical region receives in maximum amount of direct sunlight. That means the temperature of the tropical region is comparatively higher and mean temperature is 22 degrees Celsius. As the temperature increases, the process of evaporation will occur. The evaporation is the process that liquid converts into water vapor. Condensation is the opposite of evaporation, where water vapor is converted back into liquid. That's how clouds are formed. The clouds then release the moisture as rain or snow is called precipitation. From this process, we can understand where the temperature increase, it will do the process of evaporation. That means moist area like tropical region have higher evaporation process, which means high amount of rainfall. So this region have annual rainfall as 200 centimeter. Because of this reason, trees present in this area are dense, tall and very green in condition. If you look at the structure of the trees present in the forest, in the ground level we can observe shrubs and creeper plants. After that we can see short trees of around 20 to 30 height and then long trees. The reason of this difference is there is a competition among the trees for sunlight. The taller tree enjoys the maximum amount of sunlight. Then leaves of the trees are large, long and have a narrow ending. The reason for the shape of these leaves of tropical region is because they have to adopt the highly rainfall of the tropical region. The shape of the leaves helps the raindrops to run off quickly, because if doesn't happen means they will be affected by fungus and bacteria on the leaves due to the warm temperature. These forests appear green throughout the year and they don't shed their leaves at once like deciduous tree that white look like evergreen and dense forest. Some of the important trees found in this region is rosewood, mahogany, ebony, etc. So next is tropical deciduous forest. These are found in the areas with 100 to 200 centimeter annual rainfall. Then the mean annual temperature of this region is about 27 degrees Celsius and average annual relative humidity is 60 to 70%. Then the regions where the tropical deciduous forest present means it is sub-Himalayan, Great Plains, Central India and South India. Important trees present in this forest is teak, sal, sandalwood, rosewood, mauha, palas, haldu, amla, padak, bamboo, tendu, etc. So tropical means tropical region. This forest also present in the tropical region, and deciduous means plants or trees that shed their leaves each year. Because of this reason, this forest is known as tropical deciduous forest. These forests not only found in tropical region, it also found in the subtropical region also. These forests are also called monsoon forest because leaves regrow during monsoon season and shed during summer season. These forests occur in places that receive rainfall between 70 to 200 centimeter. So based on the availability of water, this tropical deciduous forest is subdivided into two major groups. One is moist deciduous forest, another one is dry deciduous forest. Let's see moist deciduous forest. Moist means moisture. These forests are found in regions that have rainfall between 100 to 200 centimeter. These forests found in the states of foothills of Himalaya, that is West Bengal, Mizoram, Manipur, Chota Nagpur Plateau, that is West Bengal, Chhattisgarh, Bihar, Jharkhand and eastern coastal plains of Odisha, eastern foothills of Western Ghats, that is Kerala, Karnataka and Maharashtra. Trees present in this forest shed their leaves during dry winter and dry summer due to lack of moisture. These forests are a victim of human activities like irrigation and agriculture activities. Peoples clear these areas for their irrigation and agriculture activities. Some common trees present in this forest is teak, sal, sisam, hura, Mauha, Amla, Semul, Kusham, bamboo and sandalwood. Next is tropical dry deciduous forest. Dry means the region where rainfall is lesser. So it is between 70 to 100 centimeter than moist deciduous forest. These forests are also similar to moist deciduous forest, but the only difference is dry deciduous forest can grow in areas of less rainfall. So that is the major difference between moist deciduous forest and dry deciduous forest. The forest appears like a vast grassland with naked trees during dry season. So because of less rainfall, the leaves will be shed down. So the naked trees will be present in the dry season. At ground level, you will find solid growth of grass and climber plants. This forest also clear for the agriculture activities, and also they suffer from overgrazing, forest fire, etc. The areas found in this forest is Punjab, Haryana, parts of Uttar Pradesh, Madhya Pradesh and southeast of Rajasthan, basically central Deccan Plateau. The next is tropical dry forest. These are found in the areas with 50 to 100 centimeter. They have low humidity and high temperature. So the region present in this forest is Rajasthan, Karnataka, Haryana, Punjab, Uttar Pradesh, Madhya Pradesh, Telangana and Tamil Nadu. The important trees present in this forest is babul, kigar, palm tree, etc. So this tropical dry forest is also called tropical thorn forest. So tropical means I already told, because of the presence of tropical region it is called tropical forest, and thorn means a sharp pointed wood. It is a dense and shrub like vegetation. They occur in areas that receive rainfall less than 50 centimeter. Trees remain leafless for most part of the year and water is stored in stem of the trees. The next type is mountain forest. Based on the altitude and amount of rainfall, this mountain forest is divided into Eastern Himalayas forest and Western Himalayas forest. First we will see about Eastern Himalayan forest. So these are found in the slope of the mountains in northeast states. These forests receive rainfall of more than 200 centimeter. The altitude, that is the height between 1200 to 2400 meter found in this type of forest, that is sal, oak, laurel, amura, chestnut, cinnamon, etc. Then the trees like oak, birch, silver, fir, pine, spruce, juniper. These trees are present in between 2400 to 3600 meter height. So next is Western Himalayan forest. This region receives moderate amount of rainfall. In 900 meter height, bushes and small trees are present. From 900 to 1800 meter, semel, dak, jamun, jujube, that trees are present. Next type is alpine forest. It occurs along the Himalayas with above 2400 meter height. So the trees present in this forest is oak, silver, fir, pine and juniper. The region present in this forest is eastern parts of Himalayas. Next is tidal forest. This forest is also called mangrove forest. It is present in the region of delta region, that is in the region of Ganga, Brahmaputra, Mahanadi, Godavari and Krishna. The next type is coastal forest. These are also called littoral forest. Trees present in this region is casuarina, palm and coconut. The region is eastern and western coastal of Kerala and Goa. Next is riverine forest. It is found along the rivers of Khadar areas. Tamarind tree is present in this forest. Next is wildlife in India. The term wildlife includes animals of any habitat in nature. Wild animals are non-domesticated animals which include both vertebrates like fish, amphibians, reptiles, birds and mammals, and also invertebrates like bees, butterflies, etc. India has a rich and diversified wildlife. Our country is home to tigers, lions, leopards, snow leopard, wolves, foxes, crocodiles, rhinoceros, camels, snakes, monkeys, etc. The Indian Board for Wildlife was constituted in 1952. This act to suggest means of protection and conservation and management of wildlife to the government. So there are 102 national parks present in our country and 515 wildlife sanctuaries present in the country. Here some acts are there to protect animals in our country. They are Wildlife Protection Act in 1972. This act is to control poaching, smuggling and illegal trade in wildlife. Next is Convention on Biological Diversity in 1992. This act is for rights of states to use their own biological resources, and an important act which is passed in April 1973 is Project Tiger. So to conserve tiger population in India. So this Project Tiger is benefited tremendously with an increase of over 60% of tiger. The next topic is biosphere reserves. Biosphere reserves are protected area of land coastal environments wherein people are an integral component of the system. The Indian government has established 18 biosphere reserves in India which protect larger areas of natural habitat and often include one or more national parks. In 18 biosphere reserves, the 11 biospheres of India fall under the list of Man and Biosphere programs of World Network of Biosphere Reserves. So they are Great Nicobar, Gulf of Mannar, Agastyamalai, Nilgiri, Simlipal, Sundarban, Amarkantak, Nokrak, Kanchenjunga, Nanda Devi, Pachmarhi. So these are the 11 which falls under the list of Man and Biosphere program of World Network of Biosphere Reserves. Okay students, your second lesson is over. Here I gave some evaluation questions. Try to answer these questions. The questions are: climate of India is labeled as dash. The monsoon forests are otherwise called dash. The forests are found above 2400 meter Himalayas. Name the trees of tropical evergreen forest. What is Project Tiger? Describe the forest of India. Thank you students.